Hello, my name is Alex, and today's video we're going to be doing the benchmark on the Dual X79 Xeon system we recently built on our channel here. We're going to be going over gaming and streaming performance with Fortnite and Call of Duty Warzone, and as well going over Cinebench R20. The specs in the system are Dual Xeon E5 2650 V2s, 32 gigabytes of memory, and an RX 580 8GB video card. So without further ado, we will jump straight into the Cinebench R20 benchmark. For multi-core performance, our Dual Xeon E5 2650 V2 scored 4,400 points approximately, putting us ahead of a stock Ryzen 7 1700X, and for single core performance we only scored 240 points. You can see there the i7 7700K scored a whopping 480 points approximately, so it'll be interesting to see in our next tests here how a CPU with a lower single core performance but with a much higher multi-core performance will actually perform in both Fortnite and Call of Duty while gaming as well as streaming. And now we're going to move on to the undervolt settings I'm going to be using for the AMD RX 580 video card, and then we will go through Call of Duty Warzone and the Fortnite benchmarks. Before I get into the benchmarks for the video, what I am going to do is optimize and undervolt my video card. So you can open up your AMD software. I'm using an RX 580 video card. I'm going to navigate to the Performance tab under Tuning, and now I'm going to set a custom game profile for the two games I'm going to be benchmarking here. One of them is Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and specifically the Warzone game mode. What I'm going to do here is quickly undervolt my video card. If you guys would like an in-depth tutorial on how to do this, you can let me know and I can make a separate one, but just for this sake here, I'm just going to quickly punch in some safe voltages that I'm certain will work with this setup here. And the reason we are undervolting is to reduce our power consumption, which will reduce the heat output on our video card, just giving us cooler temperatures. Alright, there, hit apply. So now for Call of Duty Warzone, we have our undervolt / overclock setting. And now if I want to add that to another game, I can open up Fortnite here. I hit add game profile, so every time Fortnite gets opened, again, we can set our custom voltage setting. So these are the settings that I'm going to be running with for our AMD RX 580 8GB video card in the benchmarks that we're about to test. The first game we're benchmarking here is Call of Duty Warzone, and we're going to start off with strictly gaming performance. These are the settings as follows that we're going to be using for our visuals there. And in the left-hand side of the screen, I was going to say top left, but there's so many cores and threads to keep track of. You can see all the CPU usage there on the left-hand side of the screen, courtesy of MSI Afterburner, as well as below there is the frame rate and frame time graph, which will show if there's any stutters or pulsations. But yeah, I'll let the Call of Duty game run there, and you can keep an eye out on those statistics and get an idea of, can COD use a lot of cores or is it not so optimized? But I'll let it run here and I'll be back after the benchmark run. Overall, Call of Duty Warzone ran really nice and smooth here between just the normal map and Gulag. It seems that COD actually does a pretty good job of utilizing multiple cores and threads, so having that low single core performance wasn't a large bottleneck here. Moving on to streaming. So now we're going to be streaming with the X264 encoder set to the fast preset at 6,000 kilobits per second. Same visual settings, and here I'll let you guys see how it runs. Halfway through the stream, I adjusted the encoder preset from fast to medium, putting a lot more load on the processor and sticking with that same 6000 kilobits per second. Here are a couple clips on the medium preset. Moving along from COD Warzone, now we're going to be testing Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3 on the system, and we're going to be doing strictly the gaming performance on here while recording. Again, the statistics will be up in the top left hand corner of the screen. As well, you can have a look at what visual settings we'll be running with here. For strictly gaming performance on Fortnite here, the Dual Xeons were able to give us around 100 FPS, give or take, on low settings, and medium, high, and epic. There's a summary of the frame rates and what you can expect. Moving along to streaming, we were using the same 6000 kilobits per second on the medium preset, 1920 by 1080p, and here's just a couple clips of the streaming performance. Overall, between the Cinebench R20 score and the example gameplay of Call of Duty and Fortnite, this should give you a solid idea of what the system is meant for. Games that are able to utilize multiple cores and threads ran really well on here, but if you want to play a game like CSGO at 300 FPS, you're going to need to buy a brand new CPU with a much higher IPC. Again, this is the Dual Xeon E5 2650 V2, and if you'd like to share your thoughts, you can definitely comment down below. Thanks.